What up, dog? Get ready, stand by. American Idol analysis coming up on the webcam. You don't want to even think about moving. I'm telling you right now. Got my official American Idol notes right there, really well done and thought out from last night's top 10 with Usher. So don't even think about moving. American Idol stuff coming up. I'll give it to you straight, dog. Give it to you real. Dope. I'm Randy Jackson. Thanks very much. Welcome into the Parker and the Man page at yournews.com. Mark Wilson with your webcam, March 31st. Yep. Checking the calendar. April Fool's Day tomorrow, final day of March today. No April Fool's joke. It's going to be warmer out there, getting warmer as the week goes along, dog. So you want to? I think you know that by now. We're going to be in the 70s soon here. That'll be a nice change, nice and welcome thing as we hit April. First of all, check out the piece. It's all about Chet Simmons. He's the guy that passed away last week, who was the president of ESPN, who kind of changed sports television. Not kind of, he did change sports television. And I did a little blurb last week on the tweets and feats. I thought he deserved a little bit more, and kind of the genesis of how SportsCenter started, because there were a bunch of us that were a part of that beginning, myself included, and I think it's kind of interesting. I did. It's good reading for me, fun typing it. So read all about Chet, because Chet was kind of an innovator and really had great vision and saw what was happening for the future. He was always about 10 years ahead, it seemed, before he took off for the USFL and became their first commissioner. Coming from NBC, he was at ABC as well. And had some nice dealings with Chet Simmons over the course of time at ESPN as a contributing reporter before they even had real reporters at the Entertainment and Sports Programming Network, which is now 31 years old. Hard to believe it's been that long, but that's what it is. So the piece on Chet Simmons is right there, plus also the Tom Izzo to Oregon rumors. Man, I've heard this stuff so many times. I think I'm 15-0 for knocking down rumors about Izzo going to Kentucky and Xavier and UCLA and Arizona, the Pistons, the Atlanta Hawks, the Golden State Warriors. The list is endless over 15 years about where Tom was going to go. The latest is Oregon, the Ducks. That ain't quacking, quack, quack. I just can't see them moving Lupe and the kids over to the 2,000 miles to the west to replace Ernie Kent, even if there is Nike money involved. I mean, I'm telling you, if I'm wrong, it'll be the first time, because every time this comes up, I get calls from stations. Can you come on, talk about Izzo? Can you tell us what you know? This happened again in the last couple of days. Yeah, it's faded out of the picture, that's for sure. And it's kind of calmed down. Izzo already denied the rumors. He quashed them. He's getting ready for Butler in the Final Four. So check that out. There's a little bit on there about the Izzo to Oregon rumor. Brian Gregory, Tom's former lead assistant at MSU, has Dayton in the NIT final against guess who? North Carolina. So the Tar Heels have a chance to win back-to-back the NCAA championship and the NIT championship. But this is big for Dayton and for BG, for Brian Gregory, who might be on the short list for some jobs when his season is over Thursday night in the NIT finale. And the Nate Robertson to the Marlins deal yesterday, kind of bizarre. $10 million coming to Nate this year, and why the young Marlins would want an older lefty. And the Tigers, he had a pretty good spring. It opened up the door for Dontrell Willis. Dontrell has made the team. It was a funny line from Jim Leland you can read about, what he said to him when Dontrell finished on the mound yesterday in his last performance of the spring, which kind of solidified his spot on the Tigers staff and probably number 5 in the rotation, or number even 4, depending on how it goes down as the season progresses. But if Dontrell's got it back, it's huge for the Tigers' chances in 2010. And Roger Federer's latest loss. What's up with Roger? What's up with Federer? What's up with Federer, the tennis guy? What's happening there? All right, Idol time. American Idol, dog. Last night was top 10 stuff. Top 10 people left in the competition. It was R&B and soul night. Usher was a pretty good mentor. He had some really good things to say about all the people, and it was kind of interesting just to watch and to hear the comments from the judges and whatnot, as you know. Crazy night. It was good because they needed a crazy night, I think. Just kind of off the beaten path a little bit. 30 million people can't be wrong, and I'm in that group, baby. I'm Randy Jackson. I'm in that group, dog. It was dope. It was hot. And it actually turned out to be pretty good. I thought it would be a good night. It turned out to be very good. One in particular. I'll give you that in a second. In the excellent category, though, Casey James, Andrew Garcia, back up there again. Some of them thought he had his best moment in a long time, and Big Mike did a slow song, and he was, he's always very good. We know Crystal and Big Mike are the two faves. They're the odds-on faves to win. Crystal was pretty good. Crystal Bowersox. I put her in a very good category. She played the piano a little bit. She wore stilettos. That was nice. They were good-looking shoes, too. Not as good as Katie Stevens. She had great shoes. Yeah, you got to check those out. It's part of the act. And I thought Katie did a nice job with her. So Stevens and Bowersox were in a very good category. In the teetering there was a teetering category, and there's one in there, Siobhan Magnus, who started the show. She got kind of ripped by the judges for, again, doing the big note thing and being the one-trick pony. I had to debate whether to put her in bottom three with Erin Kelly. I went Kelly and her, but I put Kelly in the bottom three, the 16-year-old, and Tim Urban and Dee Dee. They're just regulars in that kind of bottom, lower end. Are they really competing? Are they in it to win it kind of thing? That's what, DeGeneres and Diaguardi and Cowell and Randy Jackson bring up all the time. So I put Dee Dee, Tim Urban, and Erin Kelly in. I think that Dee Dee's going to go. I think there's enough young ladies out there that want to keep Tim Urban's hair around, so he may stick around for another week. He could go too, though. Either one of those two would be fine. I think Erin Kelly's staying. But the number one category, with a bullet, Lee DeWise from Chicago, from Mount Prospect, Illinois, was outstanding. Lee, give it up to you. He's back in it, baby. He is probably made it a three-person race now between Big Mike, Michael Lynch, Crystal Bowersox, and now Lee DeWise. In fact, Lee, lately, might be in the lead. So Lee has really come on. A little more personality out of him, and he's got it made in the shade, baby. So I give Lee number one credit for last night on R&B night. And there you have it. So Lee DeWise, good job. Bottom three, I'll go with Dee Dee, Tim Urban, and Erin Kelly over Siobhan Magnus, because I think Magnus has done enough to stick around and maybe not make the bottom part of the run. All right, there you go. Check out the piece on Chet Simmons, the stuff on Izzo, Nate Robertson, Brian Gregory in Dayton, Roger Federer's loss, and American Idol stuff for you, baby. Dog, I'm telling you, Final Four week is making me hot. I got to stop doing my Randy Jackson. It's all there for you in the Parker and Mann page at yournews.com.